NEET PG preparation has to begin as early as possible. There is no timeline for it. Carry your own small notebook in your bag every day to your clinical postings. Whenever you see how that case was solved, write it over on that choti copy. So what will it do? Brain always remembers when you recap. Artificial intelligence is good, but ChatGPT, Bard, summary apps, they're great, but they can't replace a doctor's clinical judgment. Now, once we have spoken about general things what can go wrong in your third year, let's talk about the most important topic, that is NEET PG. कब start करें, क्या start करें? The most common problem that happens in third year is you push NEET PG too late in preparation. Now, if people think that NEET PG has to be started in internship, the answer is wrong. Think again. NEET PG preparation has to begin as early as possible. There is no timeline for it. You have to start early. Now, third year is an ideal time to start NEET PG preparation because your foundations are already strong from your first and second year. Third year में आप वही foundations को अपने real time subjects में, patients में apply करेंगे. So begin small in third year and just give around 45 minutes to 1 hour daily for solving MCQs mainly from the clinical subjects. Now, whenever you are solving these MCQs, try to build a concept or a bridge between your foundations of first and second year so that you can start approaching a diagnosis. And when I say approaching a diagnosis, यही चीज आपको third year सिखाती है कि अभी तक जो आपने पढ़ा, you want to apply that to approach into a clinical diagnosis and solve the patient, right? Okay, so this will build a lot of momentum and you'll thank yourself once you come into fourth year well prepared, because the things are going to get very hectic once fourth year begins. Now, many students ask me, sir, ये chapter we will do it from this textbook, ये हम इस ऐप से देख लेते हैं, ये वाली चीज ये वीडियो देख लेते हैं, ये वाला YouTube से पढ़ लेते हैं. Trust me, using too many resources spoil the broth. Like too many cooks spoil the game. So what you need to do? Your resource should be limited to avoid confusion. Too many textbooks have too many languages. Too many videos have too many teaching techniques. You cannot read everything and you cannot become a master of every subject. Now, don't jump from one book, app, or a video series to another. This is the biggest mistake. You cannot grab all the data from various places. So stick to one trusted resource, be it a textbook, or be it an app, or be it a video. Keep one textbook as an adjunct source to the primary textbook. एक आपकी प्राइमरी टेक्स्ट बुक है जिसको आप पढ़ेंगे and one extra textbook that will help you in formation of that note, right? So this is something that you should stick to limited resources to get the maximum output. Third year students often think wasting time is a luxury. यही टाइम मिला है MBBS में जिसमें थोड़ा सा वेस्ट कर लेते हैं. Netflix है, प्राइम वीडियोस है, गेम्स हैं, बहुत सारी चीजें करने के लिए. I'm not saying don't do them. Do everything. You're becoming a doctor, right? Doctor doesn't mean that they are holding textbooks. They are doing everything. You need to have a lifestyle also. So do whatever you wish like. Pursue your hobbies. You should have a life. But at the same time, just use this small amount of luxury time a little smartly. One powerful way I'm going to tell you is start contributing into research projects a little earlier. Go to your mentor or go to your teacher in any department whom you feel a little comfortable with and talk to them. Ki, sir, if there is some kind of a research project going on in your department, I want to be a part of it. Now, what will it do? It will start giving you an extra edge on academic writing. And trust me, if you have got a good amount of boost in research writing right from the beginning, you can use that an opportunity post MBBS to earn as well. You can boost your CV. It can get you disciplined and at the same time it can fetch you a very good allied job in research writing. When I was a student, हमारे यहाँ पे एक practice होती थी and that was maintaining your own छोटी copy. और छोटी copy का मतलब personal clinical logbook, not the logbook given by your own department. Now your college might be giving you in each clinical posting their official logbooks, but that is not the छोटी copy I'm talking about. Carry your own small notebook in your bag every day to your clinical postings. Now, what will it do? Whenever you see some interesting case, whenever someone tells you some kind of an experience, whenever you see an interesting drug, whenever you see how that case was solved, write it over on that choti copy. So what will it do? Brain always remembers when you recap. This copy has to be opened by the end of the year, and you see how well you will recap these incidences. And trust me, have you seen Slumdog Millionaire, where you remember all the questions and suddenly those experiences help you answer it? This is going to be the gold for your exams as well as your internships. Now, finally, the 10th problem is over relying on AI tools. Artificial intelligence is good. I don't disagree with that. But ChatGPT, Bard, summary apps, they're great, but they can't replace a doctor's clinical judgment. Don't let AI hamper your judgment skills. You use artificial intelligence, use these apps, but use it as a supplement. Don't let it come into your clinical judgment, or you start, asking questions to the AI about clinical history as well as examination. Or don't prepare your subject from artificial intelligence tools. They are textbooks which are meant for that. So don't let AI shorten your judgment as well as thinking. Now, usually what problem happens, that you start using AI tools for solving history related questions, for deciding what to do with the patient, for deciding what test to order. Now, this all goes wrong. Why? Because it is hampering your clinical judgment as well as your thinking skill. So don't overuse AI, use it as a supplement and keep it as a resource tool. So my takeaway for you in third year would be that don't take third year as a break. Take third year as a bridge, where you not only become a book smart doctor, but also you will become a clinically confident doctor later on. Remember, we are not running a sprint of 100 meters. We are running a marathon. And a doctor is a person who learns till his grave. So in this marathon, in order to achieve what you dream for, you should have the right plan, you should have appropriate energies towards it, and you should work every day towards your dream. And if you want to win this marathon tomorrow, you should have the right resources, the right plan, and the right amount of preparation. So the mistakes you avoid today in your third year could be the leap as well as your strength in final year tomorrow. So read well and make your third year the strongest year for learning.